is just moments away. It's the Cards and the Jets, and it comes your way next.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And incomplete to open things up.
And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
This defense for the Cards, they were strong last week, CD, and that win over New England.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
This is fielded at the 27. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now Murray off play action. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
And he's brought down. Throwing on first down is Murray. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Murray now on first down.
Over the middle to Smith.
The numbers for Smith a week ago. 4 catches, 90 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves you that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the handoff, Henderson. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he'll have a Jets first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Play action. It's Wilson.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He finds his target. It's Schultz. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down, it's Henderson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Murray. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They fake the handoff. Now Murray rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, back to Henderson.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Henderson will try and run for the first. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there. Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 49, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now a handoff, Henderson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing now is Murray. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Play fake. Murray. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, it's Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. And Isabella as the first half is winding down.
And the Cardinals would extend their lead here just before halftime.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray.
And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Jets. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camp. Do you remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room? This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, a full half to be played.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
This one caught by Isabella. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front.
right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And he whips that one incomplete there. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll bring up a second down. Play action. Now it's Murray. This is Smith with a grab. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. Murray now to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Irv Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. Well, Charles, looked like that had to be a mix-up there defensively.
You always question that type of confusion. They actually lost him in the middle of the field, gave him all sorts of room to run, and he took big-time advantage of it. That's an error you just can't make on the defensive side of the ball.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. First and 10 at the 29-yard line. Now a run with Henderson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On second down, it's Henderson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Darrell Henderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was all polished off by Darrell Henderson's touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. It's caught. Smith. That catch good for only a couple. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. Past the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Irv Smith Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Back now here on EA Sports. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Henderson going to run for it. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Now Murray off play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a... Big number, but 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
And still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense takes back over. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. Airing it out deep for Smith. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And that'll set him back 5. Here's Wilson to throw. Again, he finds Moore. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The point after is good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella from 17 yards out. And the Cards are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work, and being able to hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. To throw is Wilson. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Wilson. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing again here, Wilson. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. T. Higgins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Point after here coming up. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Irv Smith Jr. there to make the grab. And the Cardinals have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion.